All right, here's your chance. We said, how do you find your purpose, right? So Imraan Choonara with me, CEO of Africa Muslims Agency, but also a personal excellence mentor. Imran, go ahead. The choice is yours. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Ashraf, and also great to be here with the viewers and listeners of Salam Media, etc. And today we're covering something specific called time, money, and influence. Now, we talked about stop the drift. We talked about the value of having a purpose, and we're going to unpack how to develop your purpose or find your purpose on a different platform, because it's not a 5-minute conversation. And I often find people say to me, hey, give me one line, how to develop my purpose. Well, the one line is go and learn. That's it, because there's no one line answer to it. You know, I like what the speaker before me just talked about specifically was lifelong learning, and that's something that everybody has to adopt. If you're the kind of mentality, and I just getting off topic for a second, if you have the mentality where the last time I learned was at university and that's it, well, that's dangerous. We've got to be a lifelong learner in today's world. So anyway, let's cover the topic today: time, money, and influence. You know, a mentor of mine taught me many years ago. She said, Imran, you've got to be a good steward of 3 things in your life. You've got to be a good steward of your time, your money, and your influence. Now, if you really think about this, if you really want to see what your value system is like, I don't care what you tell me your value system is like. I watch where you spend your time, your money, and your influence. How do you use your time? How do you use your money? And how do you use your influence? Another thing, do you spend time, money, and influence? Do you waste time, money, and influence? Or do you invest time, money, and influence? Now, most people understand the concept of, okay, I'm going to invest money, because even if they have no idea how to invest money, they know they should invest money, at least logically they think it's a good idea. And then some people understand the value of investing time, because they say time is money, all these kind of cliche phrases we use, and time is important, and time waits for no man, and you can't get time back, and all the kind of stuff. So we understand the value of time. Very few people think about their influence. How do they use, spend, or invest their influence wisely? So I want you to think about that carefully this morning, is specifically when you think about, first of all, the time, your money, influence, always be thinking every second of the day, am I investing this? Don't use words like I'm just killing time. People use these dumb words to themselves. They program their subconscious, say, what are you doing? Now I'm killing time. What are you doing? I'm just going to blow some money. Are you nuts? Why would you say stuff like that to yourself, to your own subconscious? Because that shows your value system. And folks, I hate to be so in your face about this. If you say, I love my family, I love my health is important to me, my family is important to me, my family's future is important to me, but you spend everything you earn every day, you spend it, you constantly broke, that shows me that your value system is not thinking about your family's future. If you eat unhealthily every single day because you spend your money on that, you spend your time watching weird stuff on Netflix all the time, and you spend your time doing weird things, that tells me your value system is not congruent with what you're telling me. So we should speak less about our value system and be more conscious about how we spend our time, money, and influence. Now, the flip side, Ashraf, is this. Be careful who you allow to waste your time, your money, and your influence. Now, I know with our money, we're very careful. I won't let you touch my money. I won't let you waste my money, all this kind of stuff. But with our time, we're less careful. We allow people to suck time out of us. And people who know me know that I live my life by time. Like, I'm very, very deliberate with the time. And I'm very deliberate who hangs around me, because they will influence what happens in me. And that's my time that I can't get back. Ashraf, the 5 minutes you and I are spending together right now, it's times of our lives we can never get back. You've invested that time. The listeners are investing this time. I'm investing this time. It's either benefiting us or hurting us. And we can never get it back, ever. But then, and you'll understand this as someone who's in the public eye a lot, how do you invest your influence, and how do you allow others to use your influence? And every human being has a certain level of influence, by the way, not only public figures. So don't think you have to be an influencer to have influence. You have influence every single day of your life with the people around you, whether it's your family, your children, whether it's your colleagues at work, your friends, whatever the case is. That's why we say, and it's an Islamic principle as well, but it's a universal principle anyway, is who you hang around with is who you will become like.
Okay.
And that's important. So your influence, when you get yourself on social, especially social media, guys, please be careful what you forward. what you forward, because you are lending your influence to what you've retweeted. You are lending your influence to what you reposted. You are lending your influence to some stupid, weird, weird kind of joke that you forwarded. Yeah, it's just a joke, but it might be a crude joke.
Right. Your time is up. You've got 15 seconds. One final point.
Final point again. Remember, more than your money, be careful about your time and your influence, because this shapes your life. And one final phrase I want to share with you guys is, it will shape your entire life, how you invest your time, your money, and your influence, because ultimately it will determine the outcome of where you are in life. Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, Imraan, let's leave it at that. By the way, I did a feature called That's My Point this morning, and you need to watch it, because I talk about your hourly rate. And in many ways, there's synchronicity between what I said and exactly what you said. So somehow we're on the same page. Imraan Choonara, we'll chat on Monday. Thank you for your time. CEO, Africa Muslims Agency, and a personal excellence mentor. Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, in many ways, is a mentor, even if he doesn't mentor you. And he's featured in the Champion People slot coming up in a moment.